Our trainers, our ILW trainers, I think are amongst the best in the world, and certainly they have shown themselves willing, able, and highly professional in their ability to adjust to the changing training demands that we put upon them as we've driven this endeavor forward. And the guy who's been driving that bus, and I take my hat off to him, he's demonstrated tremendous abilities in bringing together a lot of diverse factors in the training, recruitment, and safety portfolio. He is a man of many skills. He is the ILO representative for Canada for the employers in Geneva. He chairs the Federal Employers Occupational Health and Safety Committee. He chairs, or did chair, the WorkSafe Employers Forum. John is a phenomenon, and you're going to get to hear from him now. Come on, John.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. And welcome everyone, employers, unions, staff, friends, trainers, and guests. It gives me great pleasure to be here today. Last time I was up on the stage was on February the 1st, where we basically had the kickoff for the construction part of this process. And I invited you back to see a real training site when we're done, and here we are today with a real training site, and it's pretty spectacular. This training site is a significant milestone on our journey of training improvement. 6 short years ago, Andy Smith came to the BCMEA and he saw our training offerings for what it was at that time, which is a low-grade product with not enough tools and resources to be very proud of. Our trainers had few tools and equipment support. In spite of that, they did a pretty good job, and they delivered not a bad product. But improvements could and would be made. Andy challenged us not just to improve the training product, but to make it the best in class. And I can confidently say today, we are there, but we're not done. All of our training programs now are competency-based, have proper source material, they have training delivery plans, they have exit and improvement points, and our trainers are well supported in the field. Our board has invested over $16 million over about an 8-year period to create this particular site and all the equipment that you see around it. This couldn't have been done without the leadership of Andy, the trust and support of our board, our member companies, our training partners in ILW Canada, ILW Local 500, 502, 505, 508, and 519, and of course our industry trainers, which are all against the back wall that you see in front of me. And for all of you, I say thank you very much for your support and your trust. Turning to the site itself, there's far too many people to thank for bringing this project in time and on budget, but I need to thank a couple of key individuals. The first, I want to thank Jack Sequin. Jack is the principal of Mitchell Island Holdings, who sold us the property. And as you came west on Mitchell Island, you saw a pretty significant change from the east side of Mitchell Island, from what's heavy industrial to what's called a modern industrial park. And that's been Jack's vision. When we approached Jack to buy this land, he saw that this training site would fit within that vision of a modern training site. What's more important, what Jack did because of his goodwill and changing the end of Mitchell Island, it made it very easy for us to go to the City of Richmond in the normal bureaucratic process of permits and all that kind of other stuff. He actually paved the way for us and made it a pretty easy process to go through. Next, I want to thank Brad Prince. He's here somewhere. I don't know, where are you, Brad? Over here. Brad was the chief engineer from MMM Group, who was part of the engineering project team. Brad did a monumental job in keeping us focused and on target through the design, the RFP, and the construction phases of this project. This project didn't come without its usual hiccups and delays. You find in construction jobs, we have a significant base of gravel, as well as 7 inches of asphalt, which you happen to be sitting on. But Brad and his team kept us on track, on budget, made sure that Bell did their job, who's our principal contractor, and all their subs did their piece. Now, a key aspect of this site, which makes it different than any other site in North America, is the pedestal crane that you see behind me. Liebherr Engineering, and specifically Rene Batlog, who's in the front row here, all the way from Austria, a town called Denzing, and it took me a long time to be able to say that properly. Rene was actually instrumental from when we actually went over to Denzing, toured us around, explained the construction process, and stayed with us through the construction, the delivery, and then the installation and the commissioning of this crane. Now, I must admit, we were a little nervous when the crane was on its way here. Half the crane arrived at Fraser Surrey Dock, and we trucked it over here, and the other half arrived in Hamilton, Ontario, and we trucked it over here. And we kind of thought, would it all fit together? Right? Would the bases be in the right spot? You can see it's a pretty unique base design. I can tell you, I was here during the installation, and I'm very proud to say that that crane went together better than any IKEA furniture that I've ever put together. Right? And I'm an IKEA expert. Right? So, and I tell you, this is testament to the base design team at the MMM Group, Lieber Engineering, and Allied Crane, who actually installed the crane and erected it, and participating in the commissioning. And I want to thank all of you very much. My next thanks actually go for the staff at the BCMEA. The training, safety, and recruitment team lived, breathed, and sweated to this project for the last 3 years while delivering extensive and sometimes trying training in the entire province of British Columbia. We were well supported by our colleagues in the marketing, labor relations, finance, and information teams, who supported not just this project, but many others that had to be delivered while this one was on its critical path. I would actually like to single 2 individuals that made this project a reality and allowed me to sleep at night. First one is Andrew Barnes, and Andrew's here somewhere. Where are you, Andrew? Right here in front of the camera. Andrew was our business analyst, then became our project manager for this project. And Andrew actually had the unenviable job of dealing with all of the permits, the tracking of the budgets, ensuring the project outcomes that were met from a BCMA perspective. Andrew never missed a deadline. He never missed pointing out a problem before it became a problem, and he kept me organized so I could concentrate on other and just as equally important projects. The other person is Ted Vincent. I know you're back in the back somewhere, Ted. There he is in the back. Ted and I actually started about a month apart in 2006, and Ted's been waiting very patiently, most of the time, for this site to actually be built. So, and what you see on this site here today is due to Ted and his team, from the asphalt up, is due to Ted and his team putting it together, and that team includes the staff at the Training, Safety, and Recruitment Department and all the LW training you see behind you. So thank you very much, gentlemen, and please. Okay. But let's not forget what this is all about. This is about ensuring our training product is the best in North America, if not the world. Our objective is to provide the most cost-effective, safest, and productive equipment operators the world has ever seen. This we will do through our ILW and industry trainers, which brings me back to the journey that we're on. With them and our terminals, we've created effective tools, taken an extensive amount of training out of production, and now we have the spectacular site to provide even better training, but it doesn't stop there. Starting next week, we will start investing in our trainers by providing them with mentoring, coaching, and classroom training through the Vancouver Community College as part of, as I said, this is an ongoing journey. It doesn't end just with the site. It just gets better from here forward. So in closing, I want to say this project was a true privilege to work on, and no doubt an apex of my career. And I want to thank you, Andy, for trusting in me and trusting in my team to let this thing happen. And we look forward to the next project because there's more coming. So.